First of all, I just want to start by saying thank you, God. Um, I just want to say thank you in all my videos because it gives me a chance to be thankful for the small little things I can be thankful for because life is not looking good and my health and my future is not the best. My health physically and my sanity is also being disturbed and destroyed in the way they do things. But the reason why I keep saying thank you, God, is when I hear this trash, these nothings in this program participating that, they in this program I understand that this is like way bigger than what I'm seeing, you know, what's around me. I understand this is a global. I understand this is governmental entities doing that to me. And I know that participant can come in all shape or form. Very significant individual participating that is, and it's funny how they try to present themselves in a certain way. I truly understand that it really doesn't take much to be involved in this. And I truly understand that some of these participants try to really make themselves a bigger deal than what they really are. But either way, they involve in this, and they involve in a machine where target individual we just are helpless. Now, with that being said, it's clear that who's involved in what's happening to you versus who's really running this is a different level. For me, I deal with some of the most insignificant individuals you can imagine. Some of them not even fully adult. That gives you an idea who can participate in that. And it's clearly that shows how expanded this thing is. Now with me, when they interact with me, because I'm a targeted individual who deal with V2K, synthetic telepathy, and all the other stuff where the community partake and the gang stalking stuff, like, which at that point it really doesn't matter that much, but it's still part of what's happened to me, which nothing is unique to me. It's like a system that utilize the same tactics, and they just like this. They feed us to this machine that is utilizing this high level of technology and using us as guinea pigs to improve on this technology. It's like the same system, the same tactic, everything is systematic to the T. It's scary. And a lot of this purpose doing that around me, wanting me to see them as this unique portal of channels of they're doing this, and then the reality is like you're just the trash that is just involved in this program. You're part of this machine that does diabolical things to even babies, and then try to make people internalize these nasty manipulations. And they utilize a lot of people who can be easily disconnected from reality. For example, for me, every day I put effort in reinforcing the reality that ensure that I don't get lost in the way they try to make me internalize this nasty manipulation. They do the typical things, noise campaign, try to gaslight me in the way they've made me experience things, thought of things, and all the disgusting things. Right now, they make me imagine the disgusting thing they made me experience and try to make me feel guilty. There's a whole ecosystem there to gaslight you, to internalize this nasty manipulation that this technology is able to force you to experience. Their job is to make you internalize, and I say they, this low life, this bottom feeders, these perps, contracted around you to make you internalize these disgusting things they force you to experience. It becomes a game to them. They don't even realize that they sound like people just gamified a horrible thing. And they use these clowns like, now we just exposed you, trash, you've been exposed for me doing the same thing to even mothers for the children. And they send this trashy low life who's so disconnected. They don't even know what they look like. They don't even know how it looks. They're so lost in the way they're supposed to be painting things. They don't know it doesn't even look like that. It looks like the trash involved in the exact same program that does these things to others, that force mothers to have these experiences. Then you're some loser or some teenage retard who can lose their life and have no clue about it. That's why it's like, and they think that, for me, I take pride to just maintain control and respecting myself, but these people deserve what they deserve, and they think the little gamifies is seen as that. No, first of all, if you ever make the mistake to think that I internalize the nasty manipulation forcing me to have, you can lose your life on a reality that you concocted yourself. Because if you come and gaslight me in this way, and you think that your childishness can have negated that, You didn't even live a long life enough to become a person. I'm not here to scare anybody, to warn anybody, but this purpose thought that they could make somebody accept this manipulation that they're known to be doing to people. And with time, somebody's going to internalize this. Yeah, the best part about them is like they try to use lingo like, we're exposed, you fucking trash. You've been exposed to reinforcing mothers to get these experiences for their own children. Just because your dumbass is contracted to be disconnected with reality, I'm not gonna go with you. Men have killed shit like you. And you still think that you're delusional. Come with your tantrum. Every day I listen to even poor mothers who have to be forced to experience these nasty things. Right now they make me think of these disgusting things where there's this little baby girl. Listen how nasty my brain has been rewired in this disturbing way. Today, as a target individual, like many target individuals, I get this nasty manipulation towards these little girls, these little kids, especially little girls, where they want me to be subscriptive with that. There was like a video or something where there's like this little adorable little girl with a little monkey, and this little girl had like some like breast on her ankle. I saw a man, and it looked like he had something on his ankle. They started making me think of how they make me experience what I experienced as they try to play my brain. I was forced to experience, I should say, when I saw this baby. And they're like, no, we just exposed you. Trash ass. I've been making videos for years, and this is the reason why. If you ever have delusion that I'm internalizing these things, you're gonna make the mistake, and you're gonna look like the clown, just like yesterday. Tomorrow, you're gonna see. In my video, you heard somebody kept knocking on the door. You're going to see what this guy looked like. He was desperately wanting me to internalize this. They think they can act a certain way and target individual going to subscribe. In my video yesterday, you could see him knocking, trying to find ways to make me subscribe to these things. And then when he realized this guy is not subscribing to it, he got frustrated. You will never, never, never make somebody identify with this nasty manipulation that they know to be forcing others to experience. However you paint it, in my brain they said to do because they try to have these mental battles. They live a reality where it's just game that just makes no sense. And they really think it's gonna work. But in reality, you start seeing them feeling embarrassed. It's like, you will never make this. I'm about to listen to a woman talking about what she's forced to experience when she sees her own child. This trash killed children. Slowly. Just because they use some teenage retards, they think they can counter this. They're slowly torturing babies. And think they still can paint themselves in this way. They know for me, those perps, they know when we face each other. First of all, I know what you're involved in consists of harming babies. They were so mad yesterday. This guy was knocking on the door. And he was timing because the way they want me to subscribe to this manipulation that are known to be forcing others to experience. It's like, now with you, we're matching to you as a child. Remember what you did as a child? Yeah, you're gonna pay for that. It's you now. And it's like, too trash us. You're forcing me to experience these things. And I'm not a child. I'll never even experience like that thing when I was a child. Today, I'm a grown-ass man who understand what you guys do to women and children. Even mothers to their own children. And I know how you do harmful things to babies. And you send this fucking retard who think the tantrum is gonna cover up how they torture babies. They understand that the second they do that in front of me, for the babies who've been suffering and tortured and being mocked by little shit like them, they'll lose their life. And I'll do that with honor. And for this trash knocking on the door, trying to gaslight me, it's like, you fucking trash ass. People are here burning genitals with children. Vexed because he's still trying to cover up reality. Let me give you an example of what this looked like yesterday. This guy was frustrated. He was knocking on the door, trying to make me subscribe to this thing. Frustrated. When he walked away, I was like, look at this shit. And I saw this next door trash over there. He came back, said, no, I gotta take a picture. I said, no, you don't. No. You should see the answer, like, okay, have a good day. They're gonna live with reality. Send this fucking retard. I will never believe. Let me see this better because they're playing my words. I will never allow this trash to live in a fantasy where they even think that I subscribe to this manipulation. I know they're doing it for themselves. I won't even, this is how bad it is. Forget about me subscribing to them. I won't even allow them to think that I have a doubt or I have a minuscule of doubt that this is the shit they forced me to experience. Let me repeat this. I'm not even going to give them the chance to even think that I subscribe to the way they manipulate me. They better, this is how bad it is here. I'm not even allowing them to dwell, to fantasize, to believe that I have an ounce of doubt, of confusion about them doing that to me. Come and play your game. Come tell me I abuse when I know what you guys do to children. Send your little trash to try to negate how you abuse children by torturing them. You are going to make a mistake that is going to be dangerous because the abuses of what they do to women and children. I immerse myself in this. It is locked in ways that's just diabolical. The horror of the meaning, the evilness, and the way they manipulate even mothers is locked in that I can't wait for this church to gaslight me. It is so locked in. And in regard to how they manipulate me, I am locked in with listening to what they do to even own mothers, forcing the mothers to experience that. I don't care if this trash think in life that I'll be that prophet for them. I'll be the wise man that they need in their life. The wise person that's like, you think, and it doesn't take wisdom. It's so obvious. It's beyond obvious. It is beyond obvious. They think they just can immerse you in some retarded state and then you're going to be retarded with them. No, you're going to be retarded there and I'm going to be watching you being retarded. And then you try to come with your retardation in me and you're going to be shocked because you guys gaslight yourself into this retardation. I'm talking this perp gaslight themselves into like a state of retardation to stay in character in hope that that's going to be contagious. And they come near me with the confusion of like this guy vexed as hell. So this whole theatric made me subscribe to that. Hey, that's why they use special people like that. That's why they use these clowns over there. You should see who's in the hallway. They were looking, thinking that they are so disconnected. Let me just tell you how disconnected these people are. If you see the whole interaction, I filmed it. I'm very composed, calm, and collected. They thought in their mind, in their retarded mind, they thought I'm the one who looked crazy. This guy was just kind of stupid about trying to take. The way they thought in their mind things went is like they don't even live in reality. As soon as the interaction ended, I started listening to like how they torture children and women. In their mind, those next door neighbors thought that this interaction of them, this guy just wanting to take more pictures of made it look like I'm the crazy one and he's the normal one. But half a body came for that. One of these clowns started yelling, "You're crazy, you're crazy!" In one of the hallways, I listened. I went and watched the video of this interaction. It's like these clowns were shocked that I'm the one who looks so calm and collected, and this guy was just acting weird. That in their these next door neighbors calm themselves down so fast because they're not in tune with reality. They disconnect themselves and think that this disconnected reality is reality. And then they see reality for what it is. And they kind of shocked and confused. I'm like, don't worry. I will make sure I put that in your face. I got you. Stay like that. I have no sympathy for this trash. Allow this next door trash do the same things they do to a target individual. It was so bad yesterday. They were doing the same money. Listen, right now, today, we have information as target individual. That's what we need to speak. Right through what's happened to you. Speak about what's happened to you. Because what's going to do is going to help others. They have a playbook that is so consistent with other target individual. The noise campaign they do, the slamming of the door. I'm by like some trash place here where there's like a shoot to do the same noise campaign. Some neighbors there, you always have their dog barking when doing the same thing other target individuals say to the T. That today I can ask like ChatGPT. ChatGPT, by the way, is out of the two AI type of app. ChatGPT is very, very, very. ChatGPT is like so advanced in regard of. It's not just a AI. It's like an AI who's trying to, with a lot of guardrail. And so they're really careful about sharing information, because they, as soon as they start thinking in the algorithm that's the information that's provided can be dangerous. And in this case, dangerous in the sense of somebody can start thinking about being a target individual is real. They start trying to restrict that information. Because in the algorithm, AI has noticed that, okay, target individual are people who are not mentally stable. That's how they paint target individual. So when information is requested by target individual, they are very, very, very restrained, making sure that they just say this is just, there's no evidence this is true, but this is what it claims, but this is not. So to get information from ChatGPT is like you're gonna get like the watered down, censored, filtered information. Because that chat is so, this AI, ChatGPT AI is so advanced that as soon as they start seeing a pattern of like this person can turn into somebody aggressive because of the information, they restrict that information. It's like a guardrail. But you can still ask, oh, what do they, so for me, when I ask this question, I act like I'm a psychologist trying to get some information to help target individuals. So it's like, when I ask these questions, like, what are this target individual claims is happening around them in regard of noise campaign? And can you give example of noise campaign versus in apartments versus houses? And they're describing exactly what these clowns do. Exactly. They describe, oh, there's a bunch of teenage trash that's involved. Obviously, they don't call it teenage trash, but teenager. Target individual claims that there's a lot of teenagers that are involved in this and they annoy this and do it. Describing this trash to the T. And these clowns, I wanted to be like, oh, we're just a different people, are involved in the same thing, where they even describe that some mothers that see their children suffer, some of them claim that there's a lot of teenagers that start mocking the sufferings of their children for the psychological purpose of breaking down the mother. So there's this theme of continuously use young people, inclusive of teenage kids, in the harassment, the psychological breakdown of women, of target individual with children. Describing these fuckers to the T. Even psychologically, when they're being manipulated in these ways, claiming that, oh, these teenagers act like they know what just happened, when in reality, they just try to make the target individual internalize this. They're discussing, and then today they're getting more obvious. They start recreating memories in ways that just like it's not even sensical, but with the same behavior when they want you to believe other things. And they're like, these are truth. It's like, you're gonna die for your fake ass reality that you've created. And I'm not saying that because I'm gonna go and try to kill them. No. Because the thing is, they will do something in front of me thinking that I'm just going to let myself just let that happen in front of me. That's how stupid they become. That somebody that should do all this thing, he knows that you guys are doing that. He's been making videos for years. I mean, there's no doubt at this point, like, this guy is now going forward. There's no way. He's been making that for years, making clear that I will never internalize this disgusting manipulation. But I know that's what you guys are going to do to me. Every time I see these little kids, you're going to force me to get these experiences and act like you protect children in a program where you even torture children. And then you're going to try to gaslight me in person. And that's where your life might end. And you, who I know is involved in some program that dares to torture babies, will come and play the protectors of children. Sending this retard trash who just have tantrum like the typical teenager involved in this program. That is out here mocking us, like, let me use the language they use, dare to mock children being suffering. You should see the little trash dude that was looking on, so insignificant and scary. But because they have nothing to, you know, I fully understand why they use this teenage trash. They have nothing going in their life. To them, it's a gamified where they feel like they're going to win. It's like, you're such a loser. You don't even understand. Earlier this morning, some of these purpose like, yeah, humble me. Because they destroy my health and my future. And they're like, oh, you're going to lose all. I was like, I'm dying already. There's nothing. All these videos I make is because I know I won't be around. I want to make sure I say everything I said before I die. But humbling and some trash that does this right now is a fucking retard shit, dressed in red and whatnot, and humble you. It's the opposite. You need to respect yourself. Your low life try to cover up the reality of what you're part of, and you fail at that. Some of these trash tell me they're gonna play rape victims. Like, yeah, this is the people that needs to be humbled. Some loserness, so disconnected from reality. In a program where they torture children, but, you know, do you think any program where they have kids playing rape victims, they protect kids? Yeah, this is the kind of kids that needs to be humbled. There's some trashy shit. So let me show you, first of all, what they did. First of all, before I go to, this is how stupid they become when it comes to reality changing. These perps, in this program, a lot of memory manipulation and a lot of alteration of memories is happening. But sometimes it's just so stupid that it's like, how do you even try to gaslight somebody to internalize this false memory, this altered memory? They try to make me think of before I moved to this place. If you've watched my first videos, it was a different location. There was like something that looked like this here. And what you're seeing here is the surveillance camera I have it here. And that's what I started making my videos in 2020, July. The way they try to flip my memories, and they make a noise campaign around me. And this noise campaign is timed with the way they falsify, they try to make it say something, alter my memories. It's to try to make me think of when I was living here. Oh, it's just turned off. But where you just saw, where you see a surveillance camera, the same location where my first video was made there, maybe a month or two after I moved there. The way they've created a memory there. But the thing is, how they're making, how to try to even make this altered memory be accepted. Just show that these clowns are so disconnected to think that somebody will ever internalize this false memory. That gives you an example of how stupid they expect the target audience to become. They really think somebody's going to subscribe to this. You saw this is a camera. I always keep a camera, by the way, in my apartments. And the camera has been the best thing for me, actually, not just to catch somebody to try to do something, but for me to just stay in tune with reality. They make me think, and that's how they twist the memories. I used to work out in these apartments, and they make me think of a workout I was doing. Where when I work out, at that time I had like my t-shirt off because it was hot or something. So I'm working, I'm in my apartment, not in my apartment, the room I was renting, doing some kind of squats or leaning against the wall and something. That's working out, doing my little workout session. After a good workout session, I look outside the window and I see some kids running. And I'm like, oh, it was like a disgusting trash. They were timing and make me feel the disgusting experience they forced me to experience. In that room that you see here, it's outside my window, seeing that. You know what they try to do? They try to make me imagine like, oh, you did something to yourself. And they try to create mental battles like, oh, and so they start creating like mental battles to try to mess with me. It's like, did you give, because usually there was a time that happened where I was just looking at the outside of the window, just, you know, and then immediately I saw like, there was a kid that was just against the window, just like looking awkwardly. And I got mad and I was like, disgusting trash. They want me to see this kid so they can then manipulate my brain and act like they're protecting children. So they try to bring that up. And they're like, did you give the finger? I was like, what? What does it matter? I was mad. I most likely did something like, oh. They try to say, like, no, what you did something to yourself. Start creating stuff like that. But the thing that, not only they make me imagine that, there's retards who's trying to gaslight me into internalizing this false memory. There's trash around here who think that I'm going to internalize what they make me imagine. Talk about that. They think that this alteration of my memories can be to that level. I'm making videos about what's happened to me. I know this, and even the concept of trying to create this false memory. To not only have the audacity to create an altered memory in that retarded way. At a time when I'm making videos about what's happened to me, at a time where I know that there's people all around me just try to gaslight me, mess with me, I make whole videos about it. And be like, no, you did something to yourself. Do you understand the concept of stupidity these clowns are? And they think that what they're going to do is they're going to override by their emotions. And these clowns come and knock on the door and do all these things. They think they're going to do a few honking, they're going to open a few doors, slam the doors, and this is going to be the truth. Go watch my earlier videos. I'm making videos about how I'm a target individual during that time. I'm talking about since August 19, 2019, all this thing happened, people are outside making noise campaign. And there's like, even the concept of trying to create this altered memory and then try to make somebody accept this false memories. When you're making videos, when you're there about being a target individual, being manipulated and having neighbors and roommates making noise campaign. Every time I'm being forced to get this experience. And still try to create an altered memory of this stupidity level. This is, that is the level of retardation these clowns have. Like, they don't even try to be smooth. So you want him to think that this happened, right? First of all, he knows it didn't happen. But he's in this apartment making videos. And good quality videos, by the way. That's when my videos, you had like my little like messages in the videos and everything. Took my time making these videos, describing that there's roommates involved in these things, there's people neighbor next door yelling, making noise campaign every time I'm forced to experience these things. And that's when I'm doing this thing. And I try to gaslight. Do you understand the fucking retardation that's around me? This is the clown. That's the level of the stupidity that's circling me. And then still try to make me like, if you are capable of recreating reality to that extent, with no shame. Not even, listen, even if, let's just say, they respect themselves, like, lately, I'm going to do a good job about trying to implement things that make sense, and not even make sense, that could just not be that retarded. He's making video about how being forced into experience. That's when they think delusional clowns. I'm making some of the best videos with the writing. Right now you see these videos with emotions and hatred and rage, because this is why it got to. But these videos are made early on. Go watch them. You see how composed I am. Watch, even within the videos, I have description that's a whole paragraph long. In the videos, you see bullet points outlining what's happening. They try to, I'm here. They try to alter memories in this. My first video, October 2020, talk about how they changed my, is described to the T. I'm like, this is the 3 type of memory manipulation I'm dealing with. They talk about there, that's when I'm, for me, what I'm trying to show is this purpose have no limit of how stupid they can be and can go in regard of manipulating you. It's like there's no ceiling on how they can try to, like, you don't even try to, like, be smooth about how to, you're willing to alter memories of that level and then try to make somebody subscribe in this state of me just fully making videos and describing what's happening around me. There's neighbors are making noise campaign. You can hear doors slamming and all that.